Hey Zam Fam, it's Rebecca, and if you are new to my channel, welcome to the Zam Fam. Today I'm going to be doing a video on something that I love very much. If you don't know what it is, it's awkward moments. They make me very, very happy. Now I have awkward moments every single day. I'm sure you guys do too. But there's just some that are really, really awkward. So today's video is my top 5 most awkward moments stories. Let's get started with the awkwardness. Now, when I cheered professionally, there were cheerleaders on both sides of the field. They were in the end zones. I kind of know football, but I don't love football. I really loved cheering for football and being a cheerleader, but I didn't necessarily know all the ins and outs, and I didn't always like to pay attention. So in this particular game, I was on one end zone, and then the other half of my team was on the other end zone. I was the cheerleader that could tumble, so when our team scored a touchdown, I would go run out into the end zone and tumble across the field and do like a round-up back handspring backflip or something cool, and the audience really loved it and they'd go crazy. So at this one game, I was waving at fans and I was kind of distracted. I wasn't really focusing on the game, and all of a sudden I heard everyone go crazy and start screaming, and I was like, oh no, it's my time to tumble. So I went out and I went to tumble, and I was like, this is kind of weird because there's all these people in the end zone. I tumbled around these big football players and I did like a backflip. I almost landed on one, and I look at my coach and she's like, get off the field. And I just had no idea what she was doing. I was like, well, they just scored a touchdown. I should be tumbling, that's what I'm supposed to do. Well, it turns out that a team did score a touchdown, and I was right about that. However, it was the wrong team, and they scored a touchdown in our end zone, and there I was tumbling around all of these football players for the team that I wasn't supposed to be rooting for. It was very uncomfortable. My coach was not happy with me, and it was very awkward. The next story happened when I went running with my friends. I used to go running in Griffith Park, it's in Los Angeles, and I used to go with a couple of my old teammates from college, so we were all on this run in the hills of Griffith Park. Now these hills are very high and they're kind of secluded, not a lot of people are there, and all of a sudden we were running and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And the bathroom was nowhere near where we were at. We were so far away from a bathroom, it would have been impossible for me to actually be able to hold it and make it to a bathroom. So I look around, I try to figure out what to do, and we're on this dirt path and there's kind of a hill behind us, and so I was like, I have to go right now. And so one of my friends decided to keep watch on one side of the trail and the other decided to keep watch on the other side of the trail. So I was like, perfect, if anyone comes, they're gonna let me know, and I'll stand up and I'll pull my pants so no one sees me. All right, so we have it all set. So I scoot back to go to the bathroom. There's like this little crevice that goes up against the dirt part of the hill, and I sit down, I pull my pants down, I squat down, I'm like, yes, okay, I'm finally going to the bathroom, and my friends are making sure it's clear, I'm all good. All of a sudden, I hear a voice, and he's like, watch out below you. And I look up, and this guy is coming down the mountain on this little trail where I am, and I'm with my pants down. And I look up at him and I'm like, oh my gosh, he literally saw me with my pants down. He saw everything. It was so embarrassing because what could I say? I couldn't lie. I was literally going to the bathroom. I think after that I just got my friends and we just ran off. I had nothing to say. I was humiliated. He definitely saw my backside, and I'm hoping he didn't really see my face for that long so you wouldn't be able to recognize me. Awkward! My next awkward story happened in college when my mom came down to visit me and bring me my new car. I was so excited. I'd been needing a car, and my mom had drove it 6 hours down, and because it was so last minute, I just told her she could stay with me in my apartment, and my roommate actually left and stayed at her boyfriend's house. The thing with my apartment is I had my roommate and I got to pick her, but we shared the apartment with 2 other people, and they were foreign exchange students, people that I didn't really know at all, and we all shared one shower. So then my mom went to take a shower. Now she went into the shower, and it was okay because my other roommates were sleeping, and I was like, she'll just take a shower, come out, and I'm getting ready in my room because I had classes that day, and all of a sudden I look out and I see my mom butt naked coming out of the shower, and I freaked out and I was like, Mom, what are you doing? Kathy! And she's like, I forgot my towel. Oh my gosh. And I ran and I got her a towel, and I was like, go. My 2 roommates that were foreign exchange students were so conservative. If they had walked out and seen my mom butt naked in their hallway, they would have freaked out. Luckily, that didn't happen, but it was still incredibly awkward because I had to see my mom naked in the hallway of my apartment in college. My next awkward story happened when I first moved to Los Angeles. I was interning for a production company and they were doing a movie. It was a low-budget feature film. The casting director had promised me a role in this film and I was so excited. It was my first role. I was playing a nurse, Nurse Betty, and even though it wasn't a big role, I was just excited to be in a movie. So I'm sitting in this abandoned hospital where we're filming this horror film, but I'm so excited. I have all my lines memorized. And this little blonde girl comes in and sits next to me and we start talking and I'm like, what's your name? She's like, I'm Ariel, what's your name? And I say, I'm Rebecca. And she asks me what role I am playing and I say, I'm gonna be Nurse Betty. And I have all my lines printed out and highlighted just to make sure. And she's like, oh. So I said back to her, you know, what role are you playing today? And she's like, Nurse Betty. And we both just kind of like look at each other. And then I look down and I see her script and the exact same dialogue that I have highlighted for my role, she has highlighted. We were literally cast for the same role. This casting director was such a sleazy, creepy guy. He was promising all these roles to all these different people. And I was helping out as an intern, so he promised me a role. Well, he also promised his friend's daughter the same role as me, Ariel. So when it came time for filming, we were like, what do we do? We ended up sharing the lines and there were two Nurse Bettys and I said half the lines and she said half the lines and I don't even think the movie ever came out. It was so incredibly awkward. The good thing is that Ariel and I have been friends now and I love her to death. So Ariel, if you're seeing this, I'm glad we were both Nurse Bettys. My last and final most awkward story happened when I was on the Josh Lean tour this past January. You guys are going to die. Colleen and Josh were doing the tour together and Corey and I were kind of like their assistants. We helped with the outfits, the changes. We did a lot of different things. So I had to go to the bathroom and I'm going to the bathroom and all of a sudden I hear their music go on, which means sound check was happening. And so I'm like, oh no, I need to get out there as fast as I can. So I quickly like pull up my pants, I go, I wash my hands, I run out there. And I think Josh needed something from the bus. Maybe it was the ukulele, I can't really remember. So anyways, I go out to the bus and there's a lot of fans and people there and they're waving and I'm like, hey guys, you know, running in to get the ukulele and run back. And then I'm going and I rush in and I'm curling Colleen's hair because they finished sound check. And all of a sudden, Corey is like, oh my God, what is that? And it turns out I had toilet paper that had got tucked into my leggings hanging out. Like, I can't even do it on this screen. Like, the longest thing of toilet paper hanging. It looks like I had a tail that went like 1,000,000 miles long. It was so gross. What do you say? I think I said something to Corey like, oh, it must have gotten stuck. We were all dying. Corey was disgusted. Everyone was disgusted. I didn't know what to say. Clearly, it was toilet paper from when I wiped my behind when I was going to the bathroom. Like, there was no other explanation of where it could have come from. But the other awkward thing is that I had run to the bus and seen people and waved at people. Meanwhile, there's this tail of toilet paper coming from my pants. And if any of you guys saw that, I am very sorry. Yeah. No words. So those are my top 5 most awkward moments. They are very awkward and uncomfortable, but unfortunately, I have a lot of those. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and let me know some of your awkward moments because you guys all know awkward moments make me happy. I'll see you guys next time. Virtual hugs. Bye.